Hey everyone, it's Beldin. Welcome back. This base was too large and I didn't want to split it into pieces and print it in my resin printer, so I ended up just printing it on the filament printer. I set the layer depth to the finest it could print so I could get the most detail out of the base. As I'm painting the pieces, I'm starting off by priming all the legs here. I have the left leg and I have the right leg. I'm just doing a quick showcase of the process of doing that priming, trying to highlight how it looks, just so you know. Next, I'm moving on after the base has dried. I applied a silly putty. I've talked about this before in some of my other videos, but I got recommended this from another YouTube video. I just used silly putty, and I've been using the same silly putty now for over a year and a half, and I haven't had to replace it, and I've painted over it many times, and it still works, still functions perfectly. When I'm painting these large pieces, it's fun. I just get to lean back, have fun, relax. I just choose the colors I want and I run with it. So here's a little bit later after I've done the first coat and let that dry. I'm moving on to the next coat. I'm doing a little bit brown. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to go with, so I always start with the black base because the ground I knew was going to end up a little bit darker color, but I wanted to give it some earthy tones and some earthy shades, and that's why I brought it back with that light yellow at first, and then I went back with some darker shades. I did end up washing the base with a black wash as well. Now I'm touching up the circle. The silly putty isn't perfect. It's not as good as like a masking tape, but for areas like this and just doing a little bit of touch up, it's well worth the time. Here I'm coming back again, touching up the base well. I've got some gold dust. It's one of the Vallejo sets. You can buy a series of space dust, and this is I believe it's the orange gold set. So it doesn't really show too well until you put it in the light like that, and then the colors really pop. Now we're coming back and touching up the body piece. I'm doing some highlights, doing some underlaying, some shadows, trying to give the skin a little bit more depth when I do the final coating, the final layer. Again, we're just coming in, doing a little more touch up, doing some light spraying just to highlight the areas. When you do the skin coats here, you can clean it up and you give yourself some room for error there. Here I'm doing the same thing with the legs, so I'm going to come back with both the legs and do that. Then I'll jump in, and now I do a quick little highlight of the face. I spent a lot of time on the face, so I sped the video up quite a bit just to highlight all the things that I did. I was really pleased with how the face turned out, but again, let me know what you think. At the end, I show the final results when it's all finally assembled. The paint from the airbrush didn't dry evenly, so I had to go back in with the brush and do a lot of touch-up. Finally, we're coming in here and just doing a little bit more touch-ups. I'm basically tuning the skin tone at this point. Lastly, here's the small showcase, just a quick little side shots and some back shots, the final base. Ended up using a little bit of gold leaf in the base. I was pretty pleased with how that turned out. But again, let me know how you think it turned out in the comments below. Thanks for watching and keep creating.